Hey people, Injured here, and welcome to a video about stuff. Catchy, Injured, catchy. Basically, this is a video to promote the monthly Rumble Tournament 8, which takes place March 1st, as you see there on the front page of dawnofwar.info, which is the official site for Elite Mod. And I also want to give a quick nod to all of the other places you can get your Elite Mod fix and have a little look around the community, what's going on. So we're going to start off by looking at a rating system. I know I did a video about this already, but it has changed a bit. Ludgrim has not rested on his laurels, so we'll have another look at it. It uses the Glyco 1 rating system, which you can read about here. We have Riku at the top, just 28 points on his credible rating, ahead of Twalali. As you can see here, his rating is 2247 and his ratings deviation is 129. We want to get that as low as possible so that his rating is more accurate. But this is the nub you need to be concerned with. We have it linked into the Steam API, so you can actually see the Steam status of all the players down the right side there. And let's have a look and jump into Riku's page. As you can see, he's from Belgium. We have some basic statistics here. We have a 67% confidence interval. That means there's a 67% chance that his true rating is between these two values, and this means there's a 95% chance that his true rating is between these two values. We can head on into extended. Oh, before that, let's have a look at this. Accolades. Basically an achievement system that the players can work towards on the ladder. Riku has 4 at the moment. He has Angel of Death because he's top. He has Champion because he won a tournament. I believe he won Monthly Rumble 6, was it? He's also Elite because he has over 1900. And he's a Veteran because he has over 50 ranked games. Let's have a look at his extended stuff. Lots of things here. We have win-loss ratio and stats, time performance, general performance, skill rating over time, and you can click on all the commanders he's used. Let's look at the Lictor Alpha with his insane 40 wins and 3 losses, a 93% win ratio with the Lictor Alpha. Riku is pretty beastly with this guy. Let's head back to the ratings. We can look at some global stats. Gives you lots of awesome stuff. Hero popularity, win ratios, faction popularities, time stats, even a faction economy at the bottom. As you can see, Lictor Alpha top with a 75% win ratio. Lord General, look at this, coming to second place with close to 60%. Where's the Plague Champion? Oh, he's 18. Come on now, Nogo's not happy. And yeah, it's pretty cool. You can also, let's have a look at Twalali. You can also head into the games themselves by clicking these IDs. And as you can see, we have a new screen here. We have some basic stats at the top. Oh, well, this one hasn't been processed. Let's have a look at another one. Codex, perhaps. Nope. Find one injured. There we go. Look, as you can see, this one has been processed with the new tool that a guy called Hakon or Hakon on the forums came up with and wrote to extract actions from the replay file. So now we have an actions per minute statistic here. It might be a little bit misleading because it doesn't differentiate between useful actions and non-useful actions, but still very, very cool to see. Also have the scoreboard here and even a chat log extracted from the replay file. Not all of the matches, if we go back, we can list all matches. Not all of the matches will have the scoreboard data on them yet because you need to do that manually, and I've done it. It's not very fun. But here's all of the matches, 67 pages of them. You can go through and see how the ladder has evolved over time. Let's have a look at the forum. What's going on? We have a discussion here about Nurgle worship brought up by a question from Torpid. A lot of people think Nurgle worship is a bit underpowered, especially when you hit tier 2 and into tier 3. But there's going to need to be a lot of thought behind it if it is changed. I'm not saying it will be changed because of the proposed changes to Terminators, which I'll get to in a second. What else do we have? Let's look at the balance form. We have some discussion about the Hive node. It's recently been discovered, or at least it was news to me, that flamers, stuff like flamers and sonic blasters and melter guns were so ineffective against the Hive node when its spore cloud is up, not because the cloud was protecting the Hive node, which it doesn't, but because they were so close they were actually within range of the outgoing damage debuff. So we might see some changes to the Hive node in a future update, or maybe it's intended, maybe you're meant to use melee units and long range weapons perhaps. I suppose it does make sense, since if you are getting close you are going to be affected by all the crap coming out of it, but we might just see a range reduction on the hive node, maybe to 19, so it's 1 below the range of melter guns, which I believe are 20. We also have this I want to bring your attention to, a massive post made by Keltos, who looks after the balance of Elite Mod and designs all the new units and stuff. Big changes. He wants to make 2 Terminators here. Basically, in a nutshell, he's going to increase the cooling time, or the cooldown for the cooling time I should say, increase their health regen and rebalance all of the weapons in some way, or most of them. This ties into his proposal to slow down the VP counter by 15% to start off. He perhaps wants to get towards 30% in the end, but we'll see. For a future update you might see some of this implemented. Big discussion this is kicked off, which is what we like to see, and if you want to have your say, go and take a look at the forum. So yeah, there's the forums, guys. And now we're going to move on to going through all of the ways you can get your Elite Mod fix. Starting us off, we have the monthly Rumble Tournament YouTube channel. Basically this pulls all of the streams that Uncle Milty and I think maybe a couple of other people do, and puts them on a YouTube channel. There's tons and tons of content, hours and hours of it, lots of stuff to see, and huge amounts of work from these guys put into setting this up, so make sure you check it out. You can't see the URL because this is full screen, but I will put all of the links in the description afterwards, don't worry about that. Let's move on. We've got the mighty Maestro Casts, very active caster for Elite Mod. You should know about him already, but just in case you don't, I've put him here. We've got a whole bunch of videos from this guy. Hugely active, at least 2 videos a week usually at least. So yeah, make sure you check him out. He also has another YouTube channel I think where he posts some other games, but I can't find a link to it here. Maybe he'll let us know in the comments or something. Next up, we've got Codex. This is his Twitch channel I should say. That's twitch.tv/codex_hell or HEL or whatever. Very knowledgeable player of Dawn of War 2, and he streams some really high level 1v1s as he plays, and he's very good at playing and streaming and talking at the same time, which is not easy to do, which you'll know from my terrible attempts at it on my YouTube channel. So yeah, you'll see some awesome games from this guy, and in fact he is registered for monthly Rumble Tournament 8, so you might see him streaming his own games for that, which he did last time and did very well, so that'll be a treat. Next up we have his YouTube channel, which he uses to pull some videos from his stream and upload them here, so lots of content for you to see there. And as I said, very knowledgeable guy about Dawn of War 2, so you'll learn a lot. Next up we have Adila, pretty well known Dawn of War 2 player, streams all sorts of games, 3v3s, 1v1s, pretty good player. He's German I believe, but does speak English, so yeah, check him out. He streams quite often as well, at least once a day usually. I mean, if you combine all of these streamers that I'm going to show you here, you should be able to find at least one stream going up every day with some Elite Mod action. Next up we have Max Power, and this, how can I say this? Mega Metzelfleischer. I think it means super butcher or something, whatever. This is a German player, plays 3v3s, and he is prone to rage, so his streams can be pretty funny to listen to. A German getting angry is pretty hilarious. He's known for his rage, so go and check it out. He also streams a few other games, I believe Castlevania or something, Lords of Shadow, and some other action games and first person shooters and stuff. Next we have Made in England, an English guy, as I'm sure you're aware from the name. He streams pretty damn often, usually a few times a week at least, so check that out, usually streaming 3v3 matches in the evenings. And next up we have the hero, the champion of the monthly Rumble tournaments. It's Uncle Milty. This guy, I think, has pretty much streamed all of every single monthly Rumble tournament, and those things last 6 to 8 hours, so this guy is a real hero. He has a lot of people popping up on his casts. Crazy Man, who you'll see his YouTube channel a bit later, pops up on his cast. We also have Eerie sometimes, who is the main organizer of the tournaments, and also Nerland sometimes pops up, who is a moderator on the forums. So a lot of different people popping up in his casts, and you get to see a hell of a lot of action. I don't think he streams regularly though. He seems to only come out for the tournaments, but it's very much appreciated. Next up we have Reaver Feaver. I'm not sure how often this guy streams. I think at least once a week. He plays Dawn of War 2 Elite, I think mostly 3 versus 3s, and he has a YouTube channel here. I don't think he pulls his streams and puts them on here. I think these are separately casted games. He also casts some other games. It looks like some loadout action, some Battlefield 2, really. People still play that. And if you look up here, I thought this was hilarious, you can go to the Dawn of War Elite homepage. So make sure you check out the homepage. That's amazing. Reaver Feaver. Next up, we have the man, the myth, the legend. It's Red-Rupee. And yes, he is back, guys, kind of. He actually streamed some, well, a lot, really, of the beginners tournament, which was last weekend. And he is actually registered to take part in the monthly Rumble Tournament 8, and he's going to stream. Now, I think he said he's going to stream when and if he's knocked out, so I take that as meaning he's not going to stream while he's playing, which is a bit unfortunate, but it is very difficult to stream effectively and play, especially if you're trying to talk. But if you ask him very, very, very nicely, maybe he will do so. And here is his YouTube channel. Used to be a very, very active poster, but he got very, very busy with his work. He works at Zenimax Studios, and they've probably been on crunch time since the new year, working on Elder Scrolls Online. As you can see, his last post was 9 months ago, which is, I think, before YouTube changed their layout, which is why he doesn't have a banner and stuff. But he perhaps has a bit more time now. He's going to start streaming at least, and maybe start posting some more videos on YouTube. Let's hope so. Next up, who do we have? We've got Crazy Man 64335. A very enjoyable caster from the States, I believe. He might be Canadian, I'm sorry if I'm getting that wrong. Posts quite a lot of games, and look at this. He actually takes the time to cast a bunch of games that don't get streamed. So he pulls some replays from some of the old tournaments. You see a whole bunch of monthly Rumble Tournament 7 casts here. Really awesome content from this guy, and he also pops up on Uncle Miltie's stream a few times, and you might see him himself streaming in the future, because I know he did in the past at some point. Who else do we have? Do we have anyone else? We have Energetic Disassembly. This guy is called Slaaneshi Cacophony. Streams quite often, at least once a day from what I've seen. An Irish fella, usually streams 3 versus 3 matches. Really good quality streams with some nice comment. So make sure you check it out. As I said, there's so many streamers now. You're going to get content up every day from the streamers if you subscribe, and make sure you follow all of these guys with this link here, because that means you'll get a email when they go live. Or just join the Dawn of War 2 Elite Steam group, and you'll get an announcement every time someone goes live, or an event or something. Who do we have next? We have Blessed Joss, also known as Blessed Spartan. There he is. He doesn't stream regularly, but he often pops up and streams a bunch of tournament games. He also has a YouTube channel here. Again, not the most active, last post 3 months ago, but it's not easy to keep this up, guys. And a bunch of good content here. Some other games as well, is there? Yep, some Mass Effect 3 stuff apparently. There you go. I think he's the last guy. Yes, we're back to the website here. So yeah, there you have it, guys. Lots and lots and lots for you to be getting on with. Lots of content for you in Elite Mod these days. Just tons and tons of it. The community really has come alive since kind of late last year, and a bunch of streamers have popped up and started streaming regularly. And make sure you tune in tomorrow, March 1st, 7 PM Central European time, I believe it's slated to start. And there's going to be, I would imagine, at least 3 streamers or so throughout the night streaming games. Lots of people popping up, and some fun to be had in the various chat rooms as well. So there you have it, guys. Thanks for watching. I've been Indrid, and I'll see you next time.